haunting me again. It's in the road, but I like to pretend it's only you showing me the way. It's only you. I fade into the gray. It comes at night, like the rising tide. A slow approach, no place to hide. The way it moves with a haunting grace, and me possessed with one embrace. Lonely ghost.
All right, welcome, family, as we start our Old Gods of Appalachia tonight. As we know, many things can happen in the wood. And we can get down to two, as the other people of this little found family found their way to other things. We'll pick up with Ivy Ridge. The storm had passed. The thing that rocked the area here, that moved through and got under the skin of all the people in Avera County. After their strange moment, going out to that old dead house where those women from the Mats factory, was it? All found themselves. They now had gone home. Just in time for the storm to wreck their houses. Windows breaking all over town. The wind getting in deep. Some say it was like it was howling in their ears, trying as if they could blow their minds away. But when all was said and done, well, ain't no one feel any different. So it must all be alright then. Nonetheless, Sunroll was on the next day. Ivy and Ridge had a little bit of charring to do before they set out on their big trip to the big city of New York, however long that might take them away. So, Ivy and Ridge, what would you like to do?
So Ridge, since you kind of were sleeping most of the night, I does a download to you of everything that happened. And, yeah, we're getting ready to leave to New York. So if you want to prepare or get anything from town, I suggest you do it. I got to meet up with some of my students from school, and I was going to bring you up to the mine and show you it. It's really cool, and since the others aren't here to stop me, I figured this is the perfect time to walk you down a little bit, and there's something I have to do down there, but we'll get to that once we get there.
That sounds rather enjoyable, actually. I have most of the stuff I need in my bag anyways, so I'm ready to go whenever you are.
Perfect. Well, I'm going to head to the school. I mean, you can come hang out, I guess. It'd be kind of awkward, but yeah, I just have to meet up with a couple of the students and do my morning class.
Don't worry. So it'll be like I'm not even there.
Okay.
Now, a lot of the students in a little later than normal, having to pick up after the storm. But sure as heck, when you ring the doorbell and let it ring out through the hollers, well, they come a running like they're supposed to.
All right, students. Bad news. Well, I guess not really sad news. Well, kind of. I'm going on a trip with some of my family. Miss Ruby and Miss Basil actually are from New York, children. The big city, the Big Apple that I told you about. Yeah, and we're heading up there to do a little family reunion with some of their family, obviously. And so I don't know how long I'll be gone and everything, but I figured I'd come say my goodbyes and get my last lesson in for today.
I gotta go. All right, Miss Ivy. They get ready and get out there. Books that, of course, are a little different than most school books, leather bound, with various herbs and twigs and teeth bound in there. Paper that looks like maybe it's more made of animal skin than tree, and ink dark, as they eagerly await the lessons of Miss Ivy.
And Ivy will recite the lessons that she was told by the Horned Head. And afterwards, she does pull Toby up and goes, "Now, children, I understand I won't be here to teach you all this, but don't you worry, for there is one among you who will be taking my spot till I return." And she places her hands on Toby. She goes, "My younger brother is also touched." She whispers to him, "He will be coming to see you soon. Don't you fear him. You stand tall, young one. But you understand, he is powerful. And don't be scared, but you be strong and show him respect."
Oh, all right, sister. All right, Ivy. And as they take all your lessons in, you look, and the way the sun comes in the window, you can just see a smoldering of amber in their eyes.
Toby looks to Ridge, Miles. "Now, Ridge, what did you think about that lesson?"
Well, probably one of the better lessons I've attended. I didn't get much schooling when I was young, so
"Oh, I'll be able to teach you
probably
much
one of the only
now if you
lessons.
want." "Oh, good. We can.
I've never
we can learn a
seen
lot."
someone as young as you teaching. It's kind of
Well,
odd to me.
When you grow up in these
Not in a
pods,
bad way, obviously.
Sometimes responsibility just is shown upon you. But I think our next stop has to be up at the mines. I know they closed them off recently from some of the workers leaving and all, so we might have to sneak in. But there's something down there we need to see before we go.
All right. Lead the way.
The camera saw Ivy as she turns and walks to the forest with Ridge. A giant smiles upon her face, knowing what's ahead for them.
What is she putting in here?
All right.
What dastardly deeds are going on in that brain of hers?
You go away, you hear your brother She goes, all right, everyone. It's time for us to talk of many things. As you move on down past and where the mine has been active, the townsfolk have been rehired as many from the prison not able to quite make it, for some amount of prosperity has come back. Though, say you make it at the end of the day, when most have gone away and gone home to get their dinners and what all. And you can get a view of this pit of a mine, opened up for iron, dug deep, very deep. It was the darkness where the sun doesn't quite hit. This place where it shouldn't even be. As if looking at it is something profane. Ivy Ridge, what'd you like to do?
He stops. Probably sees out of the corner of her eye a box that says dynamite and realizes that the group wouldn't like her bringing that to New York. So she
I thought
goes,
you weren't allowed to have that.
Shh! They weren't supposed to tell you. Damn. All right, fine. That's not what
Was
we're
like one
here
of the
for.
first things they told me.
Of course they did. Figures. They know me too well by now.
You know what? I won't say anything. Your secret's safe with
No.
me.
Well, thank you. That's not the secret that I'm gonna want you to be keeping, though. And she goes, follow me. And she heads into the mine.
Alright. This place of ladders having to come down steep steps to get down where people are still digging. And you quickly pass a place where the sun cannot get on any day. To the dark that smells like dark. Like you can taste it. And where are you headed?
Ivy's headed. I mean, she looks rich and goes, I hope you aren't afraid of the dark, Ridge. Because, we might be going a little deeper than normal. What?
And
We
when you
need
talk
to
to
talk-
ghosts in your free time, the dark means nothing.
Oh, there's quite a few of them down here. You'll see it, brothers. Don't worry about them. They're okay. Just don't talk to them. They get a little angry sometimes. But what we're seeking out isn't a ghost. You'll see. You trust me, right?
Sorry. Sorry, no. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing. I just saw I just saw you just grab the chicken nugget out of the corner of the screen. And that made me laugh.
Sorry.
No, you're good. It was just funny. Sorry. Oh my god. I lost myself. Where were we?
You trust me, right?
Yeah, I trust you.
Okay, good. Ivy plans on taking them deeper to where they almost sealed pretty much off what was coming out. So they actually never been there. But they locked it away. Or at least let it get locked away for now. Put it back to sleep.
Right.
She wants to go to try to see where that boundary is.
The two of you begin walking, taking a hooded lamp to light your way. And go deep. You can see a place where it's cleaned up, but there's still a little bit of wax left over. And yet you go deeper still. The light shining. You almost can see shapes recoiling, but that could just be the darkened shadows, right? Must be. And then when you come to, you feel the air moving, stale, but almost wiggly. And Ridge, you feel this place is at the boundary of something. Something that man is not meant to get near nor pass. Something that had to be dug and uncovered. And judging from the walls around, you can see that those who had dug and mined must have run away eventually. Something in them told them, do not go past here. Do not keep digging here. And surprising enough, at least the ones who've made it down thus far have obeyed. What would you like to do?
Are you sure this is a safe idea? I'm getting a weird sensation from here.
For what we need to do and for what my friends need to do, they don't realize what it's going to cost us yet. And it might not be safe, but sometimes if you really care about people, you have to step across the boundaries. You have to have faith in something, even if that something might be a little darker. You still trust me, right?
Of course.
And then she blows out the lantern.
What?
She takes her hand and goes, "Don't worry, I'm right here. I can see. Just follow me." And she goes a little deeper, crossing that boundary. And as she does, Ivy goes, "All that lies here beneath, that lies asleep and stirring, I come to thee. Not just me, but with my family. We need your power. We need your help. We plan on traveling far distances to lands your magic may have not touched in ways, but in other ways you don't even know. I've heard tales of towers and cities, but I know you've never fully been there yourself. I'm willing to give you a chance, not to let yourself out here, but maybe spread your wings a little farther. Be a little freer in a city full of what your mountains, what they've took from you. Maybe you can claim back what they've used to build up. All I'm asking is to help us when we need you. Provide yourself with a little gift." And then Ivy will kind of cut her hand and start putting it into the dirt and digging.
What exactly are you doing?
I'm getting us some help.
And you dig, put your hands in. The rock is soft, almost gives way. And after about 8, maybe 9 inches, it's wet. Icarus. And you dig around a bit, try to find what it is you want. And that's when you feel a sharp pain in your hand. Like something took a big old bite. What did I do?
Ivy screams, yelps, and pulls up her hand.
Are you okay?
You see her pull up her hand, and with it, I guess you don't see because you got a dark here. So, Ivy, when you pull, you realize something is tugging. I forget, because Ivy see in the dark?
She has this see the unseen, which
think
allows her to see normal invisibility, insubstantial, or hidden things.
Okay, so that's for the dark. So, bring it up. Something's tugging, and even as your fingers lift, like go down just a tad, like your pinky, you can feel almost a hard carapace, and at least on one side of whatever this is, 4 or 5 legs.
Rich,
Yeah.
do you have a match? Or do you want to turn? I think there's something on my hand.
He's like rummaging around in his bag. The only thing I have is like I have a camera. Maybe it can like flash or something.
I hand you the lantern. Can you like that? I mean, I drop my one hand.
Like keeps rummaging. Oh, I do. I have a pack of matches. It's okay. Hang on. Just like keeps trying to like strike him. He finally gets it and like immediately lights it up, trying to help.
Like, whoosh, you light it up. And there you see just about the width of a nice wrench. It's long-bodied of some type of bug. From where Ivy stands with her hand, you can see at least 3 feet of its body, though some of it still extends down. And as you look at her hand, you can see that some of it now extends into her hand. The head long inserted, and now the little legs going in the cut, pulling itself deeper within.
Rich,
What is that thing? That's gross.
I don't know. I might bit something off a little more than I expected.
And it crawls deeper.
It's moving deeper.
Like he pulls out his hatchet. Try to stay as still as possible.
Which part you going for?
I'm aiming for it, the middle somewhere.
Okay, I'm just
See if
making sure you weren't going for my arm.
I'm not gonna amputate you. Don't worry.
I don't know. We just met.
So he is gonna try to take a swing at the creature that's crawling up Ivy's arm.
All right.
With the hatchet.
Yeah. Sounds like a might challenge, I think.
Need to get my. I had it right here. Where'd it go? There it is.
Can I help them by saying I'm putting myself in danger? I'm trained.
So you can add an asset. That's fine.
I rolled a 13 for the attack.
Okay. Are we putting any effort or anything into it?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
It's big, and I have a hatchet. It's fine.
Okay. Just come down. Feel it bite into it just a bit. The section you hit, it cracks just a bit as this thing keeps pulling itself over, and you see along the blade of your hatchet 30 smaller of these things. Each one, these only 9 inches long, as they start coming up towards you. You hear a voice, many as one. You'd attack your gift, what you've been given? You'd hurt me, hurt them, hurt it. No, when you asked and were given. What would y'all like to do?
I didn't seem to enjoy the fact that I did try to hurt it.
Be with this thing still connected. Looks to Ridge and goes, "That's right. I made this deal. I have to give in." She just buckles, pretty much letting herself give in to it.
And now, as you buckle down, it crawls deeper still. And Ridge, as you look, it's hard to see where it's even going. Its body going into her hand, but as you look at Ivy, her skin is moving. Their bumps, almost like it was boiling, but it stays intact, expanding and retracting like a pair of bellows, or boiling a metal. What would you like to do?
Are you sure this is a good idea? This is
No,
incredibly dangerous. If anything happened to you, I'd never forgive myself.
I'm doing this for my family. I have to save Basil and Ruby, and I don't want them to do something stupid like I know both of them would do. So I'll do it for them. You could join me. No, I'm just kidding. You probably don't want to. It really hurts and it feels weird.
Ridge is just kind of like standing there, a bit frozen in fear. He doesn't know what to do. He's confused because her attacking it's not going to make it any better.
Mm.
I want to help you, but I can't let you get hurt. This is insane.
And then you see the last bit of it begins to try to get on in. Anything Ridge is doing?
He's still just kind of paralyzed with fear.
All right. You see it. Gets in. And Ivy, you can feel something changing. It's as if every bit of you, the reflexes are quicker. But it's odd. Even as you move your arms, it's as if they move apart from you. You can't quite get it in your head to want it to move. It's like you guess it can move, but it does it before you can order your arm to do what you want. Or your legs. It's quick and scary. At once, your body obeying. But then again, almost like, for now it does.
Vita finally opens her eyes after shaking and everything. Ridge, I think we can go now. Also, you're not going to tell the group about this, right?
I don't think they'd believe me.
Oh no, they would. That's the problem. They totally would with me. Anybody else, they'd be like, okay, maybe not. With me, they'd be like, yeah.
Ugh,
I know. This
I've
might
let
be
a
the
child
secret.
under my watch.
Yeah.
Let a creature inside of her. This goes against all my moral codes.
Into the family.
And as you walk out, each step, as if you're not even making it, both of you can hear. My people will make ways for you. The moon will be new tonight. be on the road out of Avery. And their wagon will come for you and take us where you need.
You heard that right, Rage?
I heard it.
Okay.
What a
We gotta ride
freaking
there.
hive mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get used to that farm. We're gonna definitely have to, I don't know how I'm gonna explain that.
We'll have no choice but to get used to it.
Okay.
Just
Well,
like the-
I guess-
Just like Ruby talking to the fox.
Yeah, so I guess we should probably get going. We have a carriage to catch.
I guess we should.
All right.
Rich just kind of gets to experience all these things at once. Just
Yeah.
nonstop barrage. Bro got no lead in. Just
Now, Ivy, this deal will be made. You have given your word. This that is now part of you can provide you with an easement of physical tasks by 3
oh wow.
when you wish. However, it comes due on a D8 if you roll a 1 every time you call upon it.
Okie dokie. So, Ridge, how are you feeling since, you came to this little town and now you're leaving?
Well, my first time meeting you guys, I had to fight a tin man. So it's been nonstop hecticism going on here. And I've talked to ghosts my entire life. That's saying something.
What's it like talking to a ghost?
They're very similar to people, just dead. Sometimes you meet young ghosts, and it's sad. Meeting children, you've seen that past way too early.
Do you see animal ghosts? All kinds of ghosts? Or just
Usually
human
humans.
ghosts?
I've seen a
that's
couple
cool.
of animal ghosts.
Oh. Can
No,
they talk when they're dead?
No, they still make animal noises.
That makes sense.
They never had the capability to speak to begin with, so
How far north
it's
have you
almost
been
like
before?
it's almost like their mentals don't change. They're eternally stuck the way they are.
Unless you're Ruby and thinks she can talk to a fox. But, what's the farthest north you've been?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
What's the farthest north you've been?
I've never been far north. When my family immigrated here, we stayed down south. So,
Oh.
Actually, this would be the closest.
So this will be an adventure for all of us. Well, besides the two that came from there.
Indeed, it will.
Where did you come from?
My family came from Ireland.
Where's that?
It's in way across the sea.
You mean you came across the ocean?
Indeed, I did. Well, my parents did. I was still born here, but
Oh. Where were you born?
I can't really remember. We moved around a lot, and I got arrested very shortly after I left home. So
My parents were in prison too. Well, kind of. I don't know where my mom is. I think she did. But my daddy was kind of locked in prison or jail, like, I don't know. Kind of. We helped him break out.
you don't take kindly to people who are different.
No, most people stay themselves down here. But once you get in, we're really friendly, actually.
That's good to hear.
I've never been outside of the state, really. I mean, we've been to a couple different counties and a little farther, but this is the longest and farthest I've ever gone.
Well, I guess we'll be in it together.
Can't tell you what I really want to go.
Where's that?
California.
All the way west?
Yep. I heard of this place called Hollywood. Anywhere you want to go, Rich?
I would love to visit my home country again, but that might be a bit difficult. I have no money, and
Bezos
don't
rich,
really let-
don't you know?
they don't really like it when convicted felons try to go about places.
Oh, that makes sense.
But it's what happens. Not the life I wanted to live, but it's the life I was given. I'm still happy to be alive anyways. I've had many, many close calls.
You've
Many
also
brush-
noticed, as we've been walking through the woods ridge, that there seems to be a lot of crows that are following us, all kind of. They're eyeing Basil half the time. You don't know why, but there is a bunch of crows normally around.
There seems to be crows everywhere we go.
Yeah,
Do you know what the deal with that is?
I kind of have a special bond with them.
Oh. How
Not
exactly?
as special as their bond is with Basil. No. I don't. Well, you obviously can tell there's lots of things out here in these woods and these lands by now.
Mhm.
When I was a certain younger girl, I met one a long time ago, and it granted me some certain special gifts. And one of them, I eventually learned I could kind of influence birds and smaller insects, but worms aren't as cool as the birds are. And people kind of get creeped out when you're playing with earthworms. So,
Well, I got a giant. Is it a bunch of them, or is it just one giant one? In
it's a bunch of them. It's like almost like a tiny little flock. murder of crows.
Well, they're kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Just kind of. No, they don't make much noises, which is something I wouldn't expect of a crow.
Do you want them to?
I think I prefer the silence.
Okay. Yeah, probably best that we don't be
Loud
noisy as we're walking
noises
through.
hurt my head. I'm not that old, but sometimes I feel like I am.
May I ask how old you are?
I'm only in my late 30s. Could be older, could be younger. 38.
That's older than me.
I still
just
have a
turned-
whole life to live.
I
But
just
I've
turned
already
18 a
brushed
few
back
months ago.
I wish I could have done more with my life, but I spent most of it rotting away in a prison cell. It wasn't all bad, though. I've
Don't
had
worry.
connections and people.
You're gonna get a bunch of adventure now as we walk into the darkness through the woods. With the moon above us. Nice new moon. Who do you think's driving this chariot or this wagon?
Good question. I wish I knew the answer to that. Maybe it's one of my ghosts. I'd believe it. They can do many things I wouldn't expect them to. You remember the fight with the Tin Man?
Yes.
Sometimes the ghosts surprise me. I can surprise the ghosts. And I can even surprise myself. I jumped out of a giant tree and flung a hatchet into a beast's face. I would have never expected that before joining your little family. But here I am. It's all very interesting. But it makes me feel young again. I get to have fun in a weird, twisted sort of way.
Everybody starts looking to see if she can spot any wagon or anything as we're walking.
Hmm. You go to the road and you wait for the moon. This really isn't a moon. Not tonight, anyway. It's dark. And maybe a good hour you wait underneath till finally you can see a little light. Orange in its glow. A soft bell next to it clanging. Almost so soft as you expect not to be able to hear it. And yet you do. They are both attached to a long wooden rod that's carved beautifully as the light shines about. Looks like a handcrafted wagon carved As it gets closer, you see what appears to be many, many long bugs that are carved into this nearly lifelike detail. Polished, in some places a bit burned even, but artfully showing the grain. The horses pulling it are in sync. And there, sitting in the seat of this wagon, holding the long reins. See what appears to be a man. Long road jacket coat. Dusty. Wide brimmed hat that even the dark comes down, creating a nice shadow that you cannot see through, covering his face. His hands are gloved, boots pulled tight, though polished. While everything about his clothes shows wear and tear. There are signs of mending, and it is clean, as opposed to a stop in the man, which you think he is anyway. Puts a large pike down, ties the reins to it. She gets off, easy like, almost floating it seems, effortlessly. And he comes up to you, Ivy. Well, you the one that needs passage toward.
Yeah, me and my friends need passage to the north. At least as far as you can take us.
New Amsterdam, right?
Yes.
Alright. You got them here with you?
We do.
You get on, I'll take you as far as we can go.
Thank you. Ivy quickly gets on. Does not linger.
Alright. So, well,
You said the carriage looked like there was bugs on it, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So Ivy said in the carriage in the back, it's Ridge. Goes, how do you think I'm gonna explain that one when everybody kind of realizes what we're taking?
I think there's a lot to explain.
Also, I didn't want to look, but I felt like if I did look, that we'd probably see like his clothes or his like skin moving.
I didn't take a good look at him. He was mostly focused on you, so
You should go peek outside and take a look. I don't want to look because I just figured it's best not to know that he's made of insects.
We'll say for now this is headed off to the house to pick everybody up.
Okay.
I think this is the best way to do it here.
Ridge just kind of like pokes his head out slightly. Kind of wants to. Is he made out of bugs?
I help him. I help him so he can get farther out. Don't worry. Here, let's see what I can do with my new powers. And she's going
How
to
do you
lift you
feel,
outside.
That was intense. Do you
Yeah.
feel okay?
I mean, is it
I've been
weird
meaning to-
that my arm and my legs twitch and sometimes I want to go that way and they're already doing it? And I try to hey, and they're yep, nope. But here, let's see what also works. And she's going to kind of, using this new ability, lowering might lift you up and hold you outside the thing.
Oh,
Roll a d8.
That's an 8. So I don't know if that's good. But
That's what it is. And so, as you lift, Ridge, you feel taken and moved quickly. And you take a look at this man. Go ahead and give me a perception challenge with intellect.
all right. Give me strength. Give me strength. The dice gods. That's an 8.
Okay. Looking here. You can see on the man that it's somewhat hard to tell. He's covered up nice. But as a light goes on his skin, it's not quite even. Almost a little lumpy. Why, you can't totally tell. Not really. It doesn't move. Not like Ivy's did.
I'd say 70% chance, maybe.
that's
Not too confident, but maybe. Maybe drop it down to a 65% chance, actually. Also, this is the first time I'm the one being picked up like this. This is not normal. I am a very large individual. I don't know how you're doing this.
you asked what I can do and how I feel.
Well, now I know. Can you put me down now?
Sorry.
And as even now you look out, it's odd. You find you're by a lake. Not a lake near Avery County. There are 2 buckets set out, as well as carrots. You see the horses drinking. And now the driver talks to someone else. A woman? What looks like a long yellow dress. Lace gloves. And something that comes up her neck and a nice yellow and white hat. The veil that comes down over her face. After a brief discussion, she picks up what looks like cages of some type, small ones, wood and wire, as well as a traveling bag. Very properly and with straight posture, she makes herself on her way into the carriage. She nods at the two of you.
Good evening, miss. I didn't expect other travelers along the road we were picking up.
Oh, well, dearie me. It's not every day I usually find this. I have to say, I did not expect there to be traveling company either. Though it certainly does happen from time to time. Interesting, though.
May I ask where you're headed?
Oh, myself? Oh, I'm headed to Pennsylvania.
Oh, so you plan on riding with us for a bit? Okay. My name's Ivy.
Wow, Ivy. And yours, dear sir?
My name is Ridge.
Reed. I'm Madeline. And I hear, well, it seems that you two are not as acquainted with this particular mode of travel. This the first time.
Yep. You could
Uh-huh.
say that.
Well, I guess you will learn like we all have exactly how it works, but this doesn't necessarily travel the way that you might think. No, in fact, from what if I had to make a guess here, I imagine that wherever it is the first stop you are going to. My guess, what, a little bit of a short distance?
Kind of. I mean, I didn't even know like we were going to that lake, and I thought we were headed back to our town to pick up our friends at their house. And we looked outside, and all of a sudden we were at a lake picking you up. So
Yeah. No worries. I'm sure I'll be dropped off before you, and you'll be back to get to your lake or your house.
you be how's that possible? Where's Pennsylvania at, Ridge?
Also,
Is that
North.
I've never heard you that county.
Shh.
Ivy hushes.
No worries, child. No, I've been helping build these ways. I just have priority, that's all. The way of the creeping things, of the crawling things, of that which skitters and devours. Looks like you might have met them on a different set of terms, not quite your own as you might have thought. From the look of you, though, looks like they left you more intact than they left to leave others. As long as you pay the price when it comes due.
Yeah. You seem to know a lot.
I'm mildly fearsome at whatever the price is you have to pay.
Oh, nothing's free
Not
in this
serious.
world. And you, Ridge, I think you said it was. Oh,
Yes.
I hear so much of the other country from you, the old country. still sticks in that voice.
I don't have that much of an Irish accent.
No,
It clearly plays up on it.
it's here and there. Charming. Charming indeed. Now, you, sir, shall we say, quite the gentleman for being with this young lady.
I can't let the young ones be all by themselves.
Oh no, that would be.
That would just be irresponsible.
Of course. Indeed. Indeed. Now. What is your interest in helping this young one?
Well, I suppose that her family helped me out. So I'm merely repaying a favor. They allowed me shelter when I needed it. And they've done nothing but be kind to me.
Oh, the rules of hospitality are seductive indeed. I like that. Now, she might need more help than you think. And I'm wondering if I might trouble you to be a special caretaker for this young lady.
Special caretaker.
Oh, yes. Sorry, what's your question? What are you going to say, Rich?
So whatever do you mean?
Oh. Well. It seems that there's a special destination in mind. A place that she promised to take her little friends there. Now, I do not have the energy to accompany her. I got some things to do. And I know you would anyway, but that you would make sure she makes it where they ask. No matter who gets in the way.
I'll do anything. I'll be her shield.
Even from these other members of her family.
What are you implying?
That those who you're ready to pick up maybe try to stop. And you make sure they don't. Or more precisely, you make sure she fulfills, gets to the place that she needs.
Abby takes her hand, Ridge, and goes, "We just need to get to the big city without my family stopping us if they find out."
We'll make it. I promise you.
Well, that sure makes a big load off my shoulders, young man. Good. That's good to hear. Now, I do not believe that people should work for free. And I'm glad that you will do this. And it is out of your way and things. And I have a little thing for you then. So we say a collection of swords. And she puts open her bags and she moves her bugs. She goes, I'm a collector after all. I collect all types of things. And she takes out what looks like a deck of cards. Thick, handmade paper, hard, thick paper, wrapped in red ribbon and tied around what looks like a large bear tooth. Keep it nice. And even from what you can see that the cards are hand drawn. Cool. So this, my young man, is for you.
I appreciate it. Like, takes out his hand. He's like opens up his bag and like takes out his hand. You know, just like waiting for it, just like to place it.
Yes. She places it in. She goes, with this, then our pact is completed and signed and binding. Now, any day you like, everyone, if you want, you just deal yourself one of the cards there. And once you know it, it'll ease your path ahead, depending on where you go and what you do. But, like all things, depending how much you use it, one day it will ask something of you. What that is, I can't say. I wouldn't know. And as long as you do it, well, the deck will be just fine. Should you wish to break your pact with the deck, well, that's fine too. It'll go its own way, away from your hands.
Well, I have no fear in breaking a pact. A man's word is his honor. I'll treasure it. He now gently places it into his bag.
Very good. In that case, what you have is a conjure deck, which is an artifact. Just put part of it into handouts there. I can show you precisely how it works. She sighs. Now, everything all right then?
I'm great. Yep. This night hasn't been traumatizing at all. I totally, yep. Nope. We're fine.
Now,
I'm mildly terrified now.
Hmm.
Only mildly.
this looks like you just remember. You've made yourself it's a type of carriage after all. And everything will be fine. Just fine. As long as, if and when needed, you make sure everybody's fed.
Uh-huh.
Good, good. As you hear logs are ringing at the bell. Ring, ring, ring. Oh. Well. It appears this is my stop.
Ivy instantly puts her out and goes, no way, what? She just wants to see like a sign that says Philadelphia or wherever the hell we are. Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Put your head out and it's see a long road. It's like corn on the other side, and you look far down it. You can see the light barely touches on the side. Maybe good 40, 50 feet away. It says now entering Barrow.
Wow. She puts her head back in.
It goes well. This has taken me as far as it will go. After all this, the path of the crawling cannot extend into another's territory.
Not yet.
Well, with that, take my leave.
Thanks. Have a great trip. Well, I get. Yeah. Welcome to your destination. Bye. Very awkward.
May the gods be in your favor.
Well, hope you enjoy the city. She gets on out and
Wait, we never told you we're going to the city. As
she
she walks out.
smiles. Yeah. Didn't you?
We just said we were going north. Weird. Of course you would know that. Ridge. What'd I make a deal with?
I have no idea, but you don't gotta worry. I'm right behind you.
I'm not worried about that part. I'm worried about who do we have to feed?
Oh, you'll be fine.
Man, oh man. I can see why the others don't let me go out by myself so much.
You weren't even by yourself. I'm right here.
I know. They're gonna be so angry if they find out we have to keep this a secret, okay? Puts her pinky. That's you. Wait, hold on, my other hand. Sorry. I lost that one. No, that was my middle finger. That was my pinky. No. But here. You have to pinky promise.
I promise.
If they find out, because I'm sure they're gonna wonder how we got a carriage that looks like a giant bug's. Why is there a creepy dude that skin looks weird and talks weird is taking us to as far as it will? Yeah, we might have some explaining to do. So she wraps her finger around hers. We got this. Oh, we got this.
And you hear the coachman go, all right, here we go. And again it moves. And this time a bit different. You can hear the sounds of things scratching around on the wood, crawling.
You know, when I really went into that mine, I was like, I'm gonna make it back to the darkness. I totally wasn't expecting it to be a bug.
I think it was more than just a bug.
Oh,
When I
I'm
smacked
sure
it
it
with the
was.
hatchet, it was like a bunch of tiny bugs.
Well, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, oh, cool. It's gonna be like some ancient mountain dark creature. I don't know. Hornhead was a giant deer-like thing with giant eyes. Oh, he's gonna be so mad if he finds us out. We have to really leave town fast.
Yeah. Yeah. This is not gonna be easy to explain.
That's what you're for, new best buddy. Miles wide.
All right. And then after a moment, it ceases, and you sense you're going back through the town area of Avery. You can see the windswept byways and walkways. People picking up what was there, the little crops they had in their yard, some smashed, but repairing the best they can. A few people sneaking some whiskey here and there, tin cups. Hard work needs hard liquor, as they say. So, now I'd say anything before you'd reach the house here.
Abby has the driver stop by her house, and when she was at school earlier that day, she'd written a note to her father, and she just places it in the mailbox, pretty much saying, I'm sorry, but she knew what she was planning on earlier that day, and she doesn't know if she'll see him again after this trip to New York. She doesn't know what's going to happen, so it's almost like a goodbye, but maybe I'll be back. But yeah, she kind of closes that and shuts the mailbox and looks at her house and goes, You got this, Toby. And smiles and gets back in the wagon. Ridge, you sure you don't got any last stops?
Well, I don't have a home to go to.
I know,
So-
but there's like a general store and
No, don't worry about that. I got everything I need in my bag. I've lived
Okay.
off of it for this long. I think I can live off of it a little bit more.
Alrighty. Well then I guess we'll go pick up the others and hit the road, Jack. Oh man, now I get why they came up with that song. Jack makes so much money. Oh.
Your mind is a wonder, Ivy.
And then eventually this carriage of bugs or whatever it is makes its way down the road. You can see the hay and the damage. You even see this one passing you up on her bike. The one that you talked to in front of the house before, she nods. You pull up to Ruby's home, cleared with this way of travel. That will certainly be a different path than any would expect you could ever take. And with that, we really will end for tonight. So we have this little interlude of our people finding a place and roads that aren't quite as traveled by. And we'll find out next week more what happens when people take the way of the crawling and the creepy things of this world. Till then, good night, family.
Family.
Goodbye, family.